Yes. Oh, episode 101. 101. Can you believe it? After a very great episode 100, we're doing it again, starting a new streak. Are we at one? Are we going to start over? Is it 101?
Is this the new season, dude? Is this season 2?
I don't know if it's about the season. Well, I guess technically it is a new season. And we will definitely, this is foreign territory because we're actually going to have baseball concurrent with all this stuff that we're doing now. It's minor league opening day. So that's cool. Major League Baseball opening day is right around the corner.
The Angels played today then?
They did not. Well, yeah, they had an off day, but yeah, they actually start a little bit later. But yes, I love that joke that you have about the Angels being a minor league team. But they, when they're cutting players that make $28 million, yeah, that's a pretty expensive minor league team. So, thank you for joining us.
I've always heard there's money in California, so
I guess so. I guess money to burn. All right, so thank you so much. Let's start from the top. Let's do it. Hey, Michael here from Beer Baseball Blog, The Adventures of Craft Beer and Baseball. This is the Beer Baseball Blogcast, episode 101 for April 5th, 2022. Wow, even that doesn't make sense. 2022. Wherever you are watching us live today, please give us a like and a comment. Let us know that you're out there. And as always, we'd appreciate if you subscribe and turn on those notifications. Some housekeeping before we start. If you'd like to support us and all of our efforts here at the Beer Baseball Blog, you can buy our stickers, buttons, and beer coasters on our Etsy page. Go to beerbaseball.store. And if you'd like to become more connected, involved with us, become a Patreon member for as low as $5 a month. Go to patreon.com/beerbaseball. And I'm going to scroll our wonderful, most excellent, and what other adjectives I can put in there. I'm going to update this really quickly. Save. Yes. There they are. Episode 101. So thanks to all our Patreon subscribers. Definitely helps out the blog. And when we, sometimes when we buy cards and when we get some beers, it definitely helps take a dent out of that. But thank you so much. This is always a pleasure, and we always appreciate your support. Here is the lineup card for today. We have a lot of scratches. It is opening day in baseball, but we have a lot of people on. Angelo couldn't make it today, which was unfortunate, but he will be back soon. But Kevin Lyon is also not here. He's also on his way back from his day job. Yeah, he works very hard. Hardest working man in show business is Kevin Lyon. But hitting third is the Goodwill Ambassador and the Sultan of Swig here at the Beer Baseball Blog. He is Cowboy Jack Durango.
It ain't easy being me. Heavy drinker on a Tuesday night. Winning card sharks, drinking beer, taking everything in my stride. Don't need reason, don't need rhyme, ain't nothing I'd rather do. Tuesday night, party time, disco machine's gonna be there too. We're on the Beer Baseball Blog. Beer Baseball Blog. Welcome, everyone, to episode 101.
Let him hear it. Yes.
Wow. Cowboy Jack Durango, have you been on a highway to hell? Have you ever been on a highway to hell?
Since the day I was born, brother. Since the day I was born. No speed limit, no stop signs. I just keep puttering along.
Would you consider this week a highway to hell?
Absolutely. It's a freeway. It's a toll road. Yeah. No, I had to pay to get on this highway to hell. It's awesome.
It's a toll road. Yeah, it's a toll road to make insult to injury, right?
Right.
Well, we're glad you're here. Let's lose our minds for a little bit, push out the outside world, and let's talk about some beer and baseball. We have, let me do this really quickly. Boom. We have so many people in the chat. Thanks, guys, so much. Ian, thank you for joining. David. Yeah, my brother Adam. Poor decision. Hello.
Poor decision.
Actually,
I
let
love
me get that in there. I haven't done this in a while.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you for joining. Bubble Pug is out there. Thank you. Yes, the Golden God. Definitely. Greg Hall is out there. Ed Brown is out there. Yes. ASMR indeed. Kevin, waving from the road. Both hands on the wheel. 10 and 6, Kevin. 10 and 6. Press on. No, slow down. You don't know, Kevin.
Slow down. Yeah. Kevin can't drive at regular speed. I mean, we don't need him. He wouldn't be steering. He would just be aiming and on the blog. So
aiming. Yes, we whenever Kevin drives, we all stay off the sidewalks.
Heyo.
Yes, thank you very much. I will literally be here all week. I've been here for the last 2 years and probably in the same spot. All right, thank you so much. All right, so let's see what we're doing. What are we drinking tonight? Cowboy Jack, you actually have a repeat offender.
Repeat offender tonight. I am drinking the greatest beer I've ever had by Toppling Goliath Brewing Company. I'm drinking the Radiant Haze India Pale Ale. It's been a rough week, brother, and some people resort to comfort food or comfort music. Cowboy Jack resorts to comfort beer. And when you're having a hard one, reach for a Radiant Haze.
There you go. Right on. Yeah. Toppling Goliath has become well, and also they've reached out to you on your posts and stuff like that. So that's cool. I always brewery that does that.
Yeah, we've had lots of interactions on Twitter. They're great folk. The beer's top notch. What can I say? They're probably the best around.
Yeah, and Ian had the pseudo Sue. I remember that, and that's one with the dinosaur on it. So
yeah, but he had the Radiant Haze, I believe, the week of our 100th episode, maybe last Thursday or Thursday before. Yeah,
we might have to seek out some other beers by them and see if we can get those on there. I don't know where they are because it's always like a crapshoot, like trying to find these beers sometimes. So it's like, oh wow, they have these other ones. So definitely. Kevin is actually when he gets here, he's having this is one from Pizza Port Brewing, and so that's down just north of San Diego, and so it's a remote location. Now, Pizza Port, the place that I go over here to get a lot of my stuff, I actually look, and they always have like great selections of Pizza Port Brewing. There was another one that I had recently. I think it was a collaboration with Belching Beaver potentially, but oh gosh, now I'm thinking about that. It might not be it, but I think they've done that before. But so they do a lot of collaborations, but they always have like a lot of beers. The cool thing about these beers, usually these come in 4-packs. These almost 17-ounce beers. Pizza Ports always comes in 6. So it's always, they act, so that's always a good thing about them. You can always get their beer. It always comes in 6s.
Pizza Port Brewing, petrifying Kevin Lyon's liver, 6 cans at a time.
Yes, excellent.
I've heard they had amazing pizza. Is that the case?
That's so funny that you say that. Okay, so that I was just gonna say that. So it's Pizza Port Brewing. So you would assume that there would be pizza and they'd have something involved with pizza. The first place that I found out about Pizza Port Brewing was actually at Petco Park in San Diego. They actually have like a stand. It's probably like, okay, so right field. If you go to a right field and go in the back, they have a Pizza Port kind of like stand there, and it's oversized. And I think you can get pizza there, but I'm not sure if they're known for their pizza collaborations. So we might have to do a little bit more digging in there. Maybe when Kevin gets in here, he can tell us a little bit more about that. But it would stand to reason that they would have something to do with pizza. When we talked about El Segundo Brewing, they actually have a collaboration with a pizza place that they sell. It's like Pint and Slice or something like that.
Okay.
In El Segundo. So yeah, we've always wanted to make it out there, but it's just not convenient to get out there. If you know LA, it's an hour to go anywhere, and
sure.
It doesn't matter where you're gonna go. It's just put an hour on it.
Sure.
So in that case, it would probably be probably under 2 hours to get out there. Now I was thinking about this beforehand. So my beer is from Kevin's favorite brewery. This is the Dance Mode Hazy double IPA from Radiant Brewing. And what I was thinking was, I was going, wow, if you're going to go to Angels games, you can pregame over at Radiant. So the season is right around the corner. So we'll definitely, if we ever do Angels games, I don't know. We haven't planned anything yet. There's a couple places right there. But Radiant is obviously a place that we would love to go to before games, and we might have to plan that and plan a little get together. Maybe we can get some people that are around here, or if anybody's gonna come out that watches the show and say, "Hey, I'm going to an Angels game, and let's meet at Radiant." That would be fun. That'd be fun to
I'm in.
meet up. Yeah.
I want a pregame, during game, and post game at Radiant. You guys go enjoy the Angels. I'll be at Radiant.
Yeah, there's also, I mean, there's so many great breweries right there, like literally within walking distance. Noble Brewing is right there. Then there's, I think it's Backstreet Brewing. Nothing to do with the Backstreet Boys, or the Backseat Boys, which was a wrestling tag team combination from New Jersey, I think.
New Jersey, right? Jersey All Pro and a lot of Combat Zone, I think.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Trent Acid and Johnny Cashmere.
Yes.
Boy, that was, I don't know how we got on that. Yes. Yeah. Kevin's boycotting his minor league team there. But this beer actually has tropical aromas with that pop while luscious flavors lock. Oh, okay. I see. It's like pop and lock. I get it. So tropical aromas pop while luscious flavors rock, and a pillowy mouthfeel drops. Wow. They got a copywriter for this, so you can tell. Aromas of mango, guava, star fruit, kiwi, and tangerine float as flavors of soft tropical fruit, and strawberries and cream glide.
Wow.
And it has like a little bit of bitterness to it too. It's really good.
Oh, dude.
So speaking of Cashmere, Johnny Cashmere, this actually has Mosaic, Citra, Amarillo, and Cashmere hops. There you go.
Woo! It all comes back together, baby.
It all comes around.
Time is a flat circle, dude. That sounds like it right in my wheelhouse, man. The tropical IPAs are a treat.
Yeah, and just look how cloudy and nice it is. Yeah, it's just super creamy and super nice.
Tommy likey, Tommy want dude.
Yeah, it just reminds me of like a real like when I say creamy, it's more like not creamy in flavor, but more like texture.
Oh,
and
okay.
but it's super like fruity. I think that's one thing that whenever I have like another beer, like I like the hoppy, but I also like the kind of fruit flavor that the kind of West Coast IPAs have more than anywhere else I've had. So I'm getting too reliant on like fruity beers. Whenever I have something else, like I had one from Chicago, and I was like, oh, it's just straight hops. It's like, right. I was expecting, something else. And I'm just like, oh yeah, that's right. It's like they all have these different feels from different regions. But I think I'll have the Chicago on next week.
Okay.
All right. So let's get into it. This is this day in baseball history for April 5th. And Greg Hall said it before. He's here for the Amish Babe Ruth. If you looked at the thumbnail for this show, it was weirdly like Babe Ruth had had like this beard, this fake beard, but it was only on the chin. It looked like kind of like Abe Lincoln, and so he looked like he looked Amish. But there's a reason why I put Babe Ruth in this, because he's in our first 3 stories here. They're all tied together, and every story has a New York tie-in. So if you saw the name of the title of this episode is New York State of Mind. So it's definitely it all ties in. So here we go. April 5th, 1925, Babe Ruth collapses at a railroad station in Asheville, North Carolina. The bellyache heard around the world. That's what it was called. So dubbed when a writer suggests that a hot dog and soda binge caused the illness. It'll require hospitalization, an operation, and it will keep the Yankee slugger out of the lineup for 7 weeks.
Wow.
And as I researched this a little bit more, this was kind of like a pivotal time in his career. So this actual incident, he was never kind of really the same after this. And it was, if you know anything about Babe Ruth, he lived life to the fullest,
Right.
to say the least. And just by looking at this picture, you can tell.
Right. No, my mentor.
I figured you would be a hero for you for sure.
I love that Homeboy ate so many hot dogs and got such bad gas that he had to have an operation. Like,
Yeah.
that dude ate so many hot dogs that it took years off of his career. We salute you, sir.
And by the way, one would think that and does he have a fishing pole there? I don't see one. He actually pulled those fish out of that lake, like a bear would.
That's exactly right. Very well documented fact. Babe Ruth loved to fish with his hands. Yeah,
definitely. And there's a little extra note to this, that the Yankee slugger Babe Ruth would return to the lineup on June 1st. And ironically, it's the same day that Lou Gehrig begins his historic consecutive game streak.
wow.
So there you go. So it's all ties in, right?
Yeah, Lou Gehrig poisoned him. That's exactly what happened. That wasn't from hot dogs. He slipped him a gimmick, dude. Oh, dirty pool, mister. Dirty pool.
Exactly.
I never really liked Lou Gehrig anyways, so.
Well, we should do some stuff about Lou Gehrig. I think that he's kind of in that territory of like not Cy Young, Ty Cobb.
Yes.
Ty Cobb. He's an endearing figure, but did he have a dark side? Who knows? We'll have to find out.
Dude, he was a beer drinking, partying baseball player in the late 20s. Of course he had a dark side.
Yeah. Yeah. And back then, you might not know this, Jack. So back then they used to travel by train. So all the reporters would actually be on this, like in a car by themselves.
Right.
And, but in those days, like the middle part, they could walk from train to train,
Yes.
during the whole thing. So Babe Ruth would, be carousing and running through and, maybe not have all the clothes on in the world. And I remember hearing a story that the reporters would actually look at each other and say like, I'm not going to report that. Are you? And they go, no. So they actually protected like Babe Ruth from a lot of these things. It's not like it is today. Yeah, totally. So there's a lot of stuff that came out later, but yeah, during the time, I mean, he was like the biggest, like professional athlete like ever.
Yeah, he was the meal ticket.
Exactly. So, if you reported on it, you might get fired. So
yeah, man, you don't kill the goose that lays the golden egg.
That's it.
I don't know if you've ever been train hammered, but train hammered hits on a different level. It's like airplane hammered, only longer. So
yeah, right.
You make some bad decisions, man, and it's not your fault. So Babe gets a pass.
There you go. And from what Ed says, Gehrig was a straight arrow teetotaler. We're going to do our research and see if we can find some darkness on him. If anybody will find it, Jack will find it.
Oh yeah, I'll fabricate it.
Yeah, exactly. We'll make it up.
What's he going to say?
So April 5th, 1934, Babe Ruth, sponsored by Quaker Oats, agrees to do a weekly show on NBC Radio. The Sultan of SWAT's broadcast salary for the 13 weeks series will be $4,000 more than his reported Yankee contract, which is $35,000. Now, Jack, I know you have the inflation calculator.
All right. So $4,000 more than his salary.
So just roughly, $4,000. Let's just say like
$4,000 in 1934.
Oh, so maybe I think he might have made 39 and 35. So he was making it combined.
A combined 4,000.
No, he was making a combined 39 and 35. So $35,000 for playing for the Yankees, and it says almost like so it'd be $40,000 for this Quaker Oats.
All right, Quaker Oats is going to be shelling out some coin. Now, is this a one-time payment?
Over 13 weeks.
13 weeks, $40,000. Wow.
So I think it's total. Yeah.
Okay, so $40,000 in 1934 is the equivalent of $846,913.43.
Wow. It was.
Dude, he was getting paid, dude. Wow. If you're making over $1 million in 1934, God bless you, Babe Ruth.
Yeah. It's crazy to think. And Quaker Oats, I mean, back then was like, humongous. You can see, like, I mean, I would love to get anything from this, even the thing I saw, like the umpire score clicker, which is
right.
Pretty awesome.
And he's selling his hats, like,
yeah.
I wonder if he was like Ricky Morton and the Rock and Roll Express, if he's just ripping stuff up to sell it, dude. Just like,
yeah, right. Yeah.
This is a Babe Ruth sweat rag, $12.
The one thing that I always enjoyed, like he has one of the most like distinguishable signatures in Major League Baseball history. Like, I mean, and it's really it never, you can tell that he took his time writing it always. And so I always appreciated that. So it's like, but I noticed that from, like my dad and my mom and my grandparents always had really beautiful writing. So, but like Babe Ruth always took his time in writing his signature. You never just kind of like, now you see people, they just do like a quick, like almost like a check mark,
like a little gimmick. Yeah.
Yeah. But it took his time. So it's like, I always appreciated that about Babe Ruth. As on a side note, but so to continue this, and now this isn't a picture of him in 1935, but I think that the person in this picture on the left is the person that is the topic. So April 5th, 1935, the Braves, returning north from spring training, beat the North Carolina State College 6-2 in a contest called in the seventh inning because the teams run out of baseballs, having used the 100 put aside for the game. So, it was amazing back then that they used to actually do with new baseballs as well.
Right.
So his name is only Ray Freeman, strikes out a 40-year-old Babe Ruth on a 2-strike curveball, a feat the Southpaw would brag about until he died in 2008. Now,
wow.
I'm not positive, but I think that that's him on the left.
Bro, you know how many beers you get bought for you? Like, can you imagine sitting there and buying a beer for somebody that struck out Babe Ruth?
Yeah, exactly.
I guarantee he got cars bought for him, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, he did it in college, as a young guy too. Yeah, there's in Japan there's some statues, and I can't remember the guy's name, but he also did there was this one Japanese kid similar that struck out like Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, and someone else that I'm forgetting, and it's like documented there in a statue form. It was like one of those types of deal. Yeah, it's a pretty cool story. And when we had Shane on from Shane Barclay from Japan Ball, he told us, I actually had it up on the screen. He knew the whole story. So, these are the things that of legend are made of, right? Yeah. What was it? Sawamura. Okay. So so I'm forgetting it only because I'm just run off the top of my head, but yeah, definitely. That's quite a claim to fame. I mean, you could do nothing else in baseball, and that's a pretty good one, right? Okay, so everything has been Babe Ruth, also New York. So we're actually going to go a little bit. We're going to go with this one. So on April 5th, 1972, the Expos trade a stunned 28-year-old all-star right fielder. You're going to love this guy, Cowboy Jack. This is Rusty Staub. They traded him to the New York Mets in exchange for outfielder Ken Singleton, who later played for the Orioles, Tim Foley, who later played for the Pirates, and Mike Jorgensen. He must have been very young at this point. I think he played for the Mets for quite a long time, actually, and the Cardinals, I believe. Now, his nickname, this is awesome because he played in Montreal, was Le Grand Orange because of his red hair. Yeah. He was like this big, huge guy, fan favorite in Montreal, but he'll miss most of the season due to injuries, but he will play a significant role in New York's 1973, you gotta believe, pennant-winning team that actually lost to the Orioles, I believe. Yes, Le Grand Orange. Yes. Yeah, it's a great nickname. Yeah.
You know what? My first impression, his nickname should be Cover Your Drink at a Party if he's there. But I'm glad to hear that he was a fan favorite, but it is Canada. I mean,
yeah,
kind of backwards.
Yeah, this guy was
Alan Jepson's listening right now. I just want him to know. Canadians are backwards, Alan. All right?
Yes. Oh, they lost to the A's. I was right. That's when the A's went on their run. But this guy was a total babyface. I mean, like super huge. Now he reminds me of like there was guys back then in the 70s, guys like Rusty Staub. It was just like one of those great names. You just knew who he was. Boog Powell. They had these really great names. Dave Parker, but he was Dave the Cobra Parker.
The Cobra.
The Cobra, yeah. And I think we had him. We showed him before. He was the one that I think he broke his nose, and then he was wearing a hockey mask like during some of the games.
Oh, so he Undertakered it.
Yeah, or he was Lord Humongous did.
Yes. Lord Humongous, great callback.
Yes.
Dude, that's a Memphis deep cut, brother.
Yes, exactly. Or Jason Voorhees did. So we're now. So he was big in Canada, and so he went to the Mets. But then we stick with the Mets. April 5th, 1976, in a deal negotiated in the groundskeeper's office under the third base stands in Fort Lauderdale Stadium, 31-year-old right-hander Tom Seaver. He agrees to a 3-year contract with the Mets. The pact makes Tom Terrific, who posted a 25-9 record last season while leading the league in strikeouts with 243, the first hurler in baseball history to earn $200,000 annually. Your inflation calculator, please. $200,000 in 1976. And that was the highest player.
1976 for Tom Terrific, not 1776. That was a lot of money in 1776. That was a good joke. Hi-yo. You know what, dude? Not as much. I hate that noise. If you had to guess, my brother, what would you say?
Okay, $200,000 in 76 would be, I would go with like $800,000.
Wow. Okay. $997,244.29.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be like 1.1, 1.2 milli, but no.
It's funny that you say that because I started thinking about that. Like whenever I hear those numbers kind of being translated, they never say a million.
Right.
And so that's why I went underneath of it, but 900, would totally make sense.
Yeah, now, 997, he was right there.
Now, this is interesting because I go, wait a minute. He signed a 3-year deal in 76. Now, what I know about baseball, that Tom Seaver did not play for the Mets for 3 years, because I remember him being with the Reds in 77. And I even remember him throwing a no-hitter against the Cardinals. So for the Reds. And I was like, wait a minute, there's something must have happened. So by the way, this is him. Yeah, he does not look happy. So what happened was, in one of 2 trades that New York sports reporters dubbed the Midnight Massacre, the other involved struggling outfielder Dave Kingman, who we've talked about before. Seaver was traded to the Cincinnati Reds at the trading deadline on June 15, 1977, for pitcher Pat Zachary, minor league outfielder Steve Henderson, infielder Doug Flynn, and minor league outfielder Dan Norman. Actually, he had thrown 5 one-hitters for the Mets, including 2 games which no-hit bids that were broken up in the 9th inning. So he actually recorded a 4-0 no-hitter for the Reds in 78. So I thought it was 77. He's actually 78 against the Cardinals on June 16th at Riverfront Stadium, the only no-hitter of his professional career. So Ed, being from Brooklyn, New York, it was one of the worst trades. But at that time, the Mets were kind of like in flux. They were they actually had a lot of futility, and probably until 86, when they and Kevin must be walking to his house at this point. Wow. It's there would be I didn't know there's gonna be math either, so I'm pretty bad at it myself.
We're just calling we're calling it in the ring, man. Sometimes there's math.
Awesome. Well, I didn't even hear it come in. Kevin is actually
I've been waiting since the Rusty Staub slide.
Wow.
Oh, I've been waiting.
Is this how you're telling me I'm no longer on the show?
Wow. Oh, you didn't check your mail today, huh?
I did, and I got the. No, I haven't checked my mailbox yet. Do I have something in my mailbox?
It's a slip. Yeah.
Okay, great.
There
Well, you know
go.
why he's mad too? Because he got sent to the Reds right when they busted, I guess. Because made the World Series in I think 72. I think they won the series in 75, 76, and that was it. That was the end of the Big Red Machine. So he's like, he doesn't look happy.
That's right, because they lost in 78 to the Reds lost to the Yankees, right?
70. No, the last time they made the World 76, they beat the Yankees. Yeah, 75 they beat the Red
76.
Sox.
Okay, 76. That was
And
right.
then 77, 78 was the Dodgers.
That's right.
And
The Dodgers started.
I don't think. Yeah, the Reds never made the playoffs or never made the World Series again until whatever they beat the A's.
That was the end of the Big Red Machine, right?
Yeah.
Kevin, you've been at work since 3:30 a.m. and you just had your first sip of beer, brother. How was that beer?
It's solid. It's solid. It's a good go-to if you ever go to Trader Joe's. It seems like almost every month they'll have a new some new IPA by Pizza Port. And it's funny because it's like you mentioned the 6-pack thing. It's like you can get a 6-pack for like $12 or $14, 6-pack of pints. Like that's a good deal because they're all their beers are solid.
Yep.
And this is more of a clear one. I'll just give you the description here. I think it's 7%. And they never really make anything too strong when you get these regular ones, like a good 7% IPA. It's a clear and crisp IPA featuring Simcoe and Sapro hops. Tropical aromas of lime, coconut, pineapple, and lemongrass are balanced with a slight cedar bitterness and clean malt flavors. No IBU, but 70 IBU actually. That's pretty good. That's pretty high IBU.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna get a little kick there.
Yeah, they have great beers.
Yeah, to answer your question earlier, because you mentioned the pizza, I've not been myself to get pizza yet. I've only went there once. But that's because they were making a collab with Radiant, so I want to get that beer for us. In fact, I think that might have been my number 1 beer. I know it was in my top 5 last year.
Oh, yeah, right.
But I'll just exactly. Yeah, sure.
Ian asked
he didn't say what time zone, by the way. Maybe 3:30 Hawaiian time. I don't know. No, but I did have someone tell me they went for the pizza and they said, to be here to say that. That's not my opinion. That's just what someone else said. The pizza was all right.
Well, Scott Loss put it over.
Okay, good. But there's several locations in
San Diego. San Diego.
There's a few around San Diego, and if you're in Orange County, there's one in San Clemente by the water.
San Clemente. I always want to say Oceanside, but
I think there is one in Oceanside as well. But the furthest north they go is San Clemente.
Got it. All right. So going back
there
to
you go.
the Mets, we were talking about Tom Seaver. He actually made an opening day start, April 5th, 1983. Tom Seaver making his first appearance with the Mets since 1977, combines with Doug Sisk to blank the Phillies at Shea Stadium 2-0. Tom Terrific, who will go on to extend the record to 16, ties Walter Johnson's major league mark with his 14th opening day assignment. If you stay tuned for the trivia, we actually have kind of something related to this. So,
Nice.
so yeah, his 14 opening day starts. That's incredible.
And he wasn't there that long either, because he was with the White Sox. Or was it White Sox right after this?
Yes, that's
and
right.
Then the Red Sox too, right?
He ended with the Red Sox actually in '86.
Right, because I thought he was on the '86 team in the World Series.
Right. So, yeah, if they would have won a championship that year, he would have got an. He would have. Obviously, a lot of people didn't get a ring that year.
Yeah.
What's that, Jack?
So that picture looks like Will Ferrell doing an impression of Tom Seaver pitching. Like that's Will Ferrell making a goof right there.
All right. So that is it for baseball. This day in baseball history.
Wow, nothing modern. Wow. It's all Mike. This is like my time period, the 1900s.
So let's do it. Let's do baseball card sharks. Cowboy Jack got a win last week.
I think he got 2 wins.
Yes,
did you get 2 wins?
Yeah, 2 wins. Yeah.
So, and I've also been reading the bylaws of the Beer Baseball Card Sharks rule book, and there's a Duchess of Queensberry rule where if somebody wins 2 in a row on the same night, they're declared the Card Sharks champion forever. I mean, listen, I didn't write the rule book, Michael Mondragon. So,
well, I have a copy of the book here. Let me find it here. Where's my copy? And it says it's by Dr. Jarrett Hamilton. Do you know anything about that?
That's a smart guy, dude. That's a smart guy.
Big Teach actually brings up. Big Teach brings up. When we had our Beer Baseball Fantasy League draft, and no one drafted Seth Beer, a totally missed opportunity.
Yes.
Yes. I 100%.
No one took Lars Newbar either. So
yeah.
Well,
no, that was
I'm the Billy Bean of fantasy baseball, and I had to assemble a golden squad for the golden god.
Okay.
So I couldn't take a chance on Seth Beer. I couldn't take a chance on Newt Bar. I had to stick with my winners.
I didn't think of Seth Beer. I might as well have it on my last couple picks.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what to
do.
Wow.
So here are the baseball card shark rules. We're going to draw 11 cards. 3 go on your bench, 8 on the board. We're going to pick a category. We start at the bottom. We do high, low. And you know what? I'm going to do a little flashback with what we got here. Yeah. So I'm going to add this. Do this and do this. All right. So look at this.
What do we got? What is it? What?
Oh, you can't see it. So I'm going to take it off.
No, I can't.
All right. Oh, I'm just going to pop it open here. So we're going to go with position players.
Yes.
Yes. Joe Ryan was a popular pick. Yeah.
Yes,
it actually there was quite a lot of hullabaloo over that. But we're going to go. Look at this.
Oh my goodness.
1978. We have a whole stack here. So there's a lot of now the 1978 player, you may say you would almost be surprised that these people are not CPAs and accountants. They're actually Major League Baseball players. Yeah, so some fun people in here. So let's pick a category. I think we went with hits last time.
Yes.
What do you think we should go with this time?
Can we do batting average?
Let's do batting average. That's a great one. All right. So
I was just about to say that.
Okay.
Right,
I want to give Kevin a chance.
All right, then I'll go first, Jack.
Oh no!
Oh, look at that! He stepped in.
I'm sorry.
Wow, dude.
I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry because you are now the forever champion of baseball card sharks. Who do you want to go first?
I think. Hey, listen. You're getting cocky. You're trying to make a run at the bull of the woods. Go ahead, Cowboy. Get in there. Let me see what you got.
Excuse me. Can you say those words properly, please?
The bull of the woods, baby.
Thank you. I like you know exactly what I meant. Very good.
Much like the New Japan Pro Wrestling, I think Cowboy Jack Durango might be the never champion.
Oh.
Hey-o.
Hey now.
Oh, no, but you have a good run, and Cowboy, make me eat my words. Let's do this.
There you go.
So Kevin, here's your cards.
Yes.
Shortstop for the Orioles, Mark Belanger.
Yeah, there you go.
Mark Belanger.
Good solid player. All right.
From the Texas Rangers, Juan Beniquez.
Wow.
Outfielder.
I definitely saw a lot of him as an Angel in the 80s. He was like the fourth outfielder for the Angels.
Okay, so if you saw a lot of the Angels, did you ever see this guy? If you did, I'm gonna go crazy. This is Andy Echeverria.
Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately,
look at that.
Why is he okay? I was thinking he was a pitcher. I'm thinking of another guy. I'm thinking of someone with a similar name. Who was the name of the guy who was the TBS name?
Gosh. Oh gosh.
Braves.
Yeah.
That guy's name was something like that.
That guy's face looks like it was designed by Jim Henson. Did you see those eyebrows?
It does. It looks a big guy smiley for sure.
It you know what? It actually looks like he has like acromegaly. I can't say it right. The giant gigantism.
Yeah, like I'm a giant.
I'm a acromegaly.
So this a former Oakland A, Gene Tennis.
All right, definitely won some World Series there. This guy at the end of his career, he's on the poor guy on the Padres. They're terrible.
I know. Rich Dower.
Wow, these are all guys I've heard of so far. All right, I'll take it. Just like Jack knows all these guys.
Sure.
Terry Whitfield.
Okay, okay.
Leo Foster.
Yeah, no.
I have no clue.
I mean, I assume it's George Foster's like little nephew. I'm not gonna say brother.
Oh, Hall of Famer to end it out, Joe Morgan.
All right.
I love that little NL All-Star. That's what really hooks me on these cards, like the script and then that little
not yet. I was gonna say, can we see what the back looks like? But obviously we'll do that when we get to
we will. On your bench, Dan Ford.
All right.
Who was kind of an underrated hitter.
Yeah, from what I recall, yes.
Barry Bonnell, who I think went into sitcoms. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, no kidding. Look. Can I see that card again? Look at the beautiful cut job on that card.
Oh, you know why I said that? You know why Barry Bonnell?
Yeah.
I think Brian. Do you know who Brian Bosnall is? He was actually in Family Ties. He was like little kid that came in.
But I was thinking there was like a production company that was like Bonnell or something like that.
Yeah, Brian Bosnall, I think is his name.
God, that card is so horribly cut.
Oh, and look at this one.
Gosh.
Carlton Fisk on your bench.
All right.
So let's do it.
Bunch of jabroni. Be sure to put up what the chat saying, because we're getting some good Andy Echeverria notes there.
All right, here we go.
Make sure everyone reads that. Look at this fun fact.
So
not a fun fact, but
came here. Oh no!
Yeah,
fun fact. This man was
no,
severely burned.
They didn't say that. It might have been, you know what? It could have been just someone threw a fireball at him.
That's true.
That's true. Who knows?
I wonder, were they in Chandler at that time, back in the 70s, or were they still in Florida? They might have been still in Florida.
It says the late 80s, so
late 80s, and they were probably in Arizona for sure. All right, yeah.
Wait,
all right.
I don't know.
So Mark Belanger, we're going with average.
Yes.
He has a career average of 233. Just what you think it would be.
Wow, I thought it'd been higher than that. Okay.
Yeah.
But look at how many years he's played.
Yeah.
He's like a 15-year veteran.
All for the Orioles too.
Yeah, I thought it would have been higher than that, but okay. But he was probably a good defensive player if he's able to play that long on a team.
Yeah, it has to be. So Juan Beniquez, higher or lower than 233?
I think it has to be higher than 233. Jeez.
Yeah.
Maybe not that much higher, but higher.
Yeah, I would agree with you. 267.
All right.
267. So by the way, I used to like this too. They have a game. So if you turn over the cards, you could play against your friends and then you would get a double or you have it out. I always like this. And this is the only, I don't think they have this on any other card series, the game that you could actually play.
They
I
would
don't
have the
think
little cartoons, but let me know if
Yep.
there's any fun facts you see there.
Yep, Compadre
Oh, there you
Stadium.
go,
I went
Jim.
there once. I think in '86 I went there.
Yeah.
They actually had a stone, literally a stone, big rocks, outfield wall. So you had to be very careful about that. It was kind of scary. Like nobody went back obviously in spring training, they never went back on there, but it was actually a stone wall. It was pretty.
Cowboy Jack. Going back in time for our show, I think Pistol Pete Reiser would have just ran into those stones. He wouldn't have cared.
Absolutely.
All right.
260 what?
All right.
What was that
the
number?
Burn Man. The Burn Man. So yeah,
the Burning Man.
The Burning Man.
I'll go lower.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember him playing very much. 235. Good call.
All right. Jeez. Oh, look how long he played. That's a lot of years.
Oh my God. All for the and for the Orioles too. So he's like he's right. Mark Belanger played during those years. Yeah. Oh, and then look at his card, home run. So if I would have got a home run. Okay, so 235, Gene Tennis.
Another catcher, but I bet he was solid on he was on a few world championships with the A's, so I gotta go higher.
Yeah, I would think so too. He's hung around quite a bit. Oh, 244.
Oh, geez. Well, we have you know what? As I guess John's right. These are all jabronis.
Yeah, for real.
So 245? Is that where we're at here?
244. 244. Oh, Rich Dower. Oh my God. Like, who knows?
Sure, I'll go higher. I don't know.
Okay.
Sure. Let's see.
Oh, 227.
Oh, geez.
227.
I thought.
Oh, did you hear that? That was the sound of the pay window getting slammed down, son.
Not yet.
All right.
This isn't easy. This is not easy so far.
It's very easy.
Not Edwin Collins, but Dave Collins. If you know who Edwin Collins is, I'm super impressed.
Wasn't Dave Collins like the host of all those like a bunch of talk shows in the 80s?
Oh no, that was who was it? Is like
Doug Collins?
It is a Collins for sure.
Yeah. I'd have to ask. I do the research.
Alan Bannister. Oh, this is awesome. This guy has an awesome card. It's like Oscar Gamble, but this is Tim Hosley.
I never heard of that guy.
I never heard of him either. Tim. Yeah. All right.
What?
So never had a girl like you before. Edwin Collins. Wow. That is impressive. That is impressive. And by the way, so you can read this one while I read the rest. So Tim Hosley. There we go.
It's Gary Collins.
Gary Collins. That's it. It was like he didn't know that, like it was like
he was like one of those daytime host shows. You don't all these shows in the daytime.
Hector Cruz. That's awesome. That's crazy about that.
How old is Hector Cruz? I can't. Jeez.
I'm gonna look here.
Don't look.
Born in 53.
That guy's 25 years old.
I got another Alan Bannister, but I'm gonna throw that out. I can't believe I have a duplicate here.
That's
and unfortunately he passed away because I love this card. Biff Pocoroba. I think he died last year, but I love this card. It's so
cool.
That's
a good card. That's a
super
good
cool card.
Oh yeah.
Okay, here we go. So Cowboy Jack, we're gonna start with Dave Collins. What was the show that he had? It was like
I had it right. I put it away. It's all right.
Very distinguishable.
I say Gary Collins.
Yeah.
All right, give me a second.
So Dave.
Yeah.
Hour Magazine.
Yes.
I think that's the one.
It's Dave in the Air Collins.
There you go. 255 is what we were trying to beat. So Alan Bannister, higher or lower than 255?
Give me the year again.
This is 1978, and this is the year after, I believe, that they wore these same uniforms, but with shorts. They actually had some home games where they actually wore shorts.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a cool looking jersey though.
It's very, very historic for sure.
Yeah. You know what, man? 255, just judging by everything I've seen tonight, I'm gonna go lower for Mr. Bannister.
That's what I would choose. And it's 264. I would have lost two.
Oh my gosh.
264. So we may have two
Hold
games.
on. Hang on. I'm hearing something coming.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my pay window rising back up.
Oh.
All right. There we
This
go.
game is rigged.
All right.
Going for the champion.
Yes, no relation to Alan Partridge. Oh. Okay, here we go. Chris Spire. He was
wow.
yeah, I think he went to the Giants after this, but I remember him playing for the Expos
for a while, yeah. I remember
oh my god. Another guy I've never heard of. This is Rob Beloyer. Can you say it? Beloyer?
When you get to him, we gotta see how old he is and where he's from. How old do you think he is, Jack?
Right there, 70s. That brother's probably like 26.
Yeah, that's probably about right. Okay, but
if that Cruz guy on the Cardinals is 25, come on, who knows?
Yeah,
sure, dude.
Okay, here.
Hashtag rigged. Good job.
Right, here we go. So Chris Spire, I bet I remember like shortstops being kind of light hitting during this time. That's why Cal Ripken Jr. was so like, oh my god, like a hitting shortstop.
Barry Larkin, come on.
Oh,
well,
bro.
I mean,
like later on, a few years later. Barry
that's he eventually more. Yeah, that was later in the 90s, but.
Well, we talked about Mark Belanger played 15 years.
I want to give you guys a really interesting fact about Chris Spire that I happen to know.
Okay.
He is the inspiration for Matthew McConaughey's character in Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
Because when he was in college, man, he used to go to a lot of high school parties. So.
I think this was taken at a high school party, right there.
It was.
Like, all right.
I just want to know who's photobombing in the background. I see a GEN, whoever that guy is.
Oh, that's I think that's Dallas Green. No?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
No, it's GENs for Hagen. Yeah, so I was gonna say Dallas Green. I thought he was
no,
I guess that wouldn't be that during that time.
Oh no,
it's
I know
Copenhagen.
No,
yeah,
that's Terry Hulk Hagen. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, so 247 is what I gotta beat.
All right. This guy, who knows?
I will definitely say lower because I have never heard of him. Third base shortstop. Okay.
All right.
So
and tell me how old he is, please.
Yes. So yeah, 211.
Oh, jeez.
211. Wow, look at this. Oh, actually, in 71 he did military service. That's why he didn't play. But he's a career minor leaguer.
Vietnam, man.
He was born in 48, and he was drafted number 8 by the Indians in 69.
So he's already 30 years old.
There you go.
Yeah,
he had a lot of time. He started in 69 in Monroe.
Oh,
Monroe. Okay, so 211.
Monroe. I do that for
211.
That's for Ed. Sorry.
This is gonna be. I can't believe this is gonna be as tough as this is. I may flunk out of this one. Holy
catcher / DH. Oh my god.
So he has to be a better hitter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna go higher, but I have no idea.
You gotta go higher.
Oh, 217.
Wow.
Wow.
And look, he even flew out on his card. See?
He's a PCL All-Star too with Tucson.
Jeez.
Yeah. Wow. 217. That makes. Oh my God. Well, this might be hard.
Like our 25-year-old, quote unquote, 25-year-old. Where's he from? Let's look it up on when he get there because he's definitely older. That's a fake.
Yeah, this guy. Yeah, check this guy's. I mean, he's probably one of the guys who goes, I don't have a birth certificate.
Wow.
I'm 25.
Wow.
That would happen a lot, actually. There's
really
a lot of people.
Jack.
They would actually take other people's birth certificates.
Yeah, this is the 70s, man. Come on.
Yeah, they do anything. Hector Cruz, I gotta go higher. Gotta go higher than 217.
All right.
224. 224. My God.
Oh my gosh.
Did anybody hit during this era?
Michael, I think this is for the win.
This might be for the win.
I think it's for the win.
So we got
Biff.
Biff Pokeroba. Come on, man.
Right.
I love this card. I love you. You're gonna do it for me. I'm gonna go higher. I have to, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
He's at like 290s.
Oh, come on.
This is a man's man. All right. 268.
All right.
Wow.
268. Do we play
Jeez,
another
you-
round?
Yeah. I'm
March.
down.
No, march down the field, brother. Why we quit?
Oh, I still got it. All right.
No, yeah. You said you want. Well, yeah. Do you want to do the round, Jack?
Sure, but I
We'll do
want to
another round, but I'll keep on going. I'll see if I
Yeah,
can.
you got to go for it.
The
Fill that board.
268. Yes, Terry Whitfield. My goodness, I don't
No
even
idea
remember
who he
him
is.
playing at all.
Nope.
I'll go lower. I'll go lower.
All right.
Oh, 282. So I blew it.
Wow.
All right, but I still won. But
Leading
I
by one.
yeah, I actually played for. He played for the Yankees for 3 years, which I was not aware of.
So, Michael,
Yep.
if we're doing a second round and you win this round, you are the new forever beer baseball card champion.
Wait,
The forever.
hold on.
I like it. I like it.
Wait, hold on, guys.
What?
It-
What?
I need to revisit the Duchess of Queensberry rules. Hold on one second. I highlighted it. No, it's a one-time title. So once it's given, it stays with that champion. So
This is ridiculous.
sorry, guys.
I remember being in grade school, and then there was this guy that loved the Cubs, and I remember Steve Swisher being the catcher during that time. So I love this card as well. I love all the
That
catcher cards.
card's fantastic.
Super cool. Steve Swisher.
That's just a great card. Like he just not look thrilled.
Get your beers ready. This is Sal Bando.
Yeah.
Another
Heck
great
yeah.
name in baseball.
Yeah, good player.
Hey, Matt, thanks for showing up. Yeah,
Oh,
right
hello.
on. Thanks for showing up. We appreciate it so much. Hello, hello. It's not Nick Swisher's dad. Is it really? That'd be amazing if it was, but I've never heard that. So Sal Bando.
Hey, who are you to doubt Greg Hall?
Exactly. I mean, he has so many facts that's like, what the heck? How do you know that? All right. So Sam Ewing. Okay. So this is 78. This is
Yes.
a year after in 77 when they started. So
Yeah.
obviously they're going to have a lot of players like that.
Yeah, no, and a little known fact, Sam Ewing, he was an uncle second removed from Patrick Ewing of the NBA.
I think I say J.R. Ewing.
I was gonna say, I'm like, we already had the Who Killed JR.
Yeah,
Who
no,
killed Sam Ewing?
no, Patrick Ewing.
Del Unser,
What a great name, Del Unser. Love it.
Aurelio Rodriguez,
Oh my God.
who looks a lot like Chet from Emergency, if you know that old show, and
I was trying
he
to think of
looks
that
a little bit like
comedian.
Willie Hernandez, who was also
Yeah, there
a
you
Tiger.
go.
Bro, Aurelio loved to party.
Oh yeah.
This picture was definitely taken in Tempe, Arizona, Jack. This is
Yes,
Jose
sir.
Baez. That's over by Diablo Stadium.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Diablo Stadium. All right. Kevin, you're going first, right?
I don't know. Jack is the
Jack, you want to go
all-time
first?
Yeah, I'll
Jack?
go first. I'll
Okay.
march. I'll march through it. I'll make it easy
All right,
for you
'cause,
guys.
you know, Jack's the champion here, so
Forever champion.
Thank you, Greg. That was I loved Emergency.
oh,
That
Michael,
and
we forgot
Adam
about the
Wells.
emergency event.
I know
Those are-
it passed.
Those emergency event at the fire station.
It's a
Fire
50-year anniversary.
museum.
Unfortunately, Chet died right before that. He was supposed to be a part of that.
Oh no.
So Steve Swisher, his batting average is, oh my God, people talk about baseball now, like in the late 70s, every time they swung that they hit the ball, it's 217, Steve Swisher. 217. So Sal Bando.
Hey, by the way, don't ever doubt Greg Hall again. Steve Swisher is indeed Nick Swisher's father.
Get out of here.
Hashtag
That
doing
is
the research.
unbelievable.
Wow.
You know what that is, Michael?
That
Michael,
is
that's-
wild, wacky stuff.
Thank you.
That is awesome. Does it say anything about sometimes? Yeah. Wow, that's incredible. So Sal Bando, higher or lower than 217, Kevin?
Oh no, Jack's going first.
Jack, sorry.
I
He's
think
the
that
champion.
I'm looking at the thighs on Sal Bandini, and I think brother's a powerhouse. So I'm going to say Sal Bandini is higher than Steve Swisher Sweets.
I like that. 254. Yeah, he had a lifetime with the A's here, and then I guess he went to the Brewers. There you go. Nicely done. So 254. Who shot Sam Ewing?
DH, no less.
DH.
Yeah.
So a hitter. But
Well,
this is during the days, like they were probably scrapping for.
But come on, but look at those pipe arms.
Exactly. Yeah,
Hey.
the bat in his arms look really similar, but okay.
Hey man, it's all physics. It's all physics.
I know. Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that Sam Patrick Ewing is lower than 254.
Okay. And he got to play in Yankee Stadium, so that's cool, right?
Yeah.
269.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
269. It's weird because I'm just like it has to be like a hitter because, but I would have said exactly the same thing, Jack.
But I mean, gosh, have we had anybody bat over 270 yet?
I don't think so.
It's definitely like a pitcher's era,
Let's see. Last game, I think our highest was 290. Nope,
Okay,
268 was the highest last game.
All right.
Wow.
Oh, that's a young Alan Ashby.
Not young
He's a Blue
Alan
Jay?
Ashby as a Blue Jay, right?
Because Ian said lots of catchers, and here comes more catchers.
Yeah, totally. So many catchers for sure. Oh, a future
Jack,
manager,
is this your
Jim
fantasy
Fregosi.
Yeah, I was gonna make a joke about Jack's fantasy baseball team having lots of catchers, but
Get out of here! Wait a second. Alan Ashby is Andy Ashby's dad. So much lineage here. I had no knowledge of this. I'm so glad. Nice.
Man, whoever our senior research analyst is, they're getting replaced by Greg Hall.
No, I mean, I'm doing the show. I can't.
These are deep cuts, to say the least.
Very good. Now that makes sense, though. I just didn't put two and two together.
I would have never thought about it either. So Jim Fregosi, former future manager. This is awesome. I always like this guy's name, Mike Lum. I talked about a wow.
And he looks
that might be
so
the only
excited.
time he got a hit.
He looks so excited to be there, man. He's just really happy.
He must be, because he went to the trouble of doing a swing for his photo.
Exactly. Full swing. And he actually probably used his Little League picture here, which is cool. Mike Lum, nicely done. Oh, that's
All
it.
right.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Alan Ashby.
Yeah.
Andy's dad.
Is this a rookie card?
You hit a home run as well in the game. But 220. Oh my God. How do you, are you a major leaguer at 220?
They're catchers. They're catchers.
But I mean, like you got a hit, right? Okay. So
hey, I'm not complaining because I got Jim Fregosi, which definitely be higher.
Yeah, 220.
Jim Fregosi was a good hitter.
Definitely say definitely higher.
And this is like, I didn't even know he's a Pirates. This is gotta be the end of his career.
So 265, you're exactly right. Look at all those years with the Angels. Actually went to the Mets and Rangers. Actually, he went to the Rangers when they first started. So he was a part of their expansion draft.
But he was definitely best known for being an Angel. And obviously being a manager later with the Phillies, I believe.
Yeah. So 265.
Well, I think he won their World. I think he was managing them. I think he managed the World Series in the 90s.
I think you're absolutely right on that. 1980. So Mike Lum.
No, the 90s, sir. No, the 90s teams.
Oh, the 90s. Sorry. Dallas Green was the
yes, thank you. I was gonna say you better get Dallas Green right. I was getting ready to throw that.
Yeah, Dallas Green, right.
Yeah, yes, sir. To what?
So we're looking at 265, higher or low.
Even that limber, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's not great. I guess I'll go lower because I never heard of this guy.
Yeah, I never heard of him either. He's lower, but 247, actually respectable.
Oh, look at that gum stain. Oh, geez.
I know.
And he struck out on his card.
He actually won a game, hit a pinch hit homer in the 12th inning against the Reds over the Padres. There you go.
Hey, well, that's the Padres. I mean, come on, the 70s Padres.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, Mike Lum. He might have been. I'm trying to think.
Watch, he was the coach when you were the bat boy. That'd be pretty funny.
No, he definitely was. I would have totally remembered that. I'm thinking. I think you're thinking of Wendell Kim. Was the
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Wendell Kim was the Phoenix Firebirds Giants coach.
Hashtag do the research.
Yes.
His middle name is Ken Y. So it's Ken Ken-WAI.
Okay.
So, hey, so check this out. He's a former Major League Baseball player and coach who became the first American of Japanese ancestry to play in the major leagues.
Right.
There's a fun fact.
Yeah.
I think he is still in baseball.
Yeah. He's, I think he went to he made it to the Giants as a coach. And then he went somewhere else.
He's a hitting coach right now at the Gulf Coast League Pirates. How fun.
There you go. Okay. So, yeah. So Wendell Kim. Yes. That nice pull,
like,
Greg.
cool.
But I can't believe I remember that. That's incredible right there. So Cowboy Jack, this is why I didn't have
Giants as an instructor. Yeah, but I don't know about. Sorry, I'm just involved in this.
No. This was why I was kept out of the really good schools. It's just like if I can pull stuff like that, I could pull Edwin Collins references, I can pull emergency references, and Wendell Kim.
Can you give me the average again? I'm sorry, I got focused now. Doing my research. This is why I can't do research during the show.
Yes, 247. Dale Unser, higher or lower?
Jeez, I guess higher. Sure, slightly higher. I'll be close.
261.
Yay! All right.
Yes, we're done. All right.
Uh-oh.
Aurelio Lopez, aka Chet. Now the thing about emergency, he used to be on emergency. He used to be the cook, and everybody used to not like his food. So like he would cook the food and they would not like it. So
I don't like this game.
I don't like this either,
dude. I don't like that because looking at Chet Rodriguez right now, that dude can throw down on a grill.
Like, oh yes,
sure.
Exactly.
Brother can throw down on some,
and I think he can throw at the plate. You know what? I'm gonna actually say slightly higher. I'll probably be wrong, but let's go for it.
261.
Let's go slightly higher.
Is the call. I like this.
Slightly higher.
He looks very happy, so he does. There you go. 237.
Jeez.
How can you be a 230 hitter? How is that possible? He actually played in 1970 for the Washington Senators.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. All right.
You beat me by one last time, and that's exactly as far as I went last time too. So come on, Michael.
All right. This is the most depressing card I've ever seen. Dwayne Piper, who I think became an announcer, if I'm not mistaken.
I think, definitely his name rings a bell.
Yeah, Dwayne Piper.
You gotta love those old Indian jerseys.
Dude,
I love these jerseys.
Isn't that the guy who does the NFL broadcasting? Dwayne Kuiper Jr.
Oh, maybe.
It's a joke.
I don't know. I have no idea. At this point,
Mel Kiper is like a famous football guy. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's a great joke.
This one that just died recently? How dare you?
What?
You know what the mark of a good joke is? When you have to explain.
I know.
That's how you know.
You said this last week.
That's how you know it's comedy, baby.
Yes, Greg Hall confirms that. Yes, he's for the Giants. Yep.
Okay. So apparently they're called. He goes with Mike Krukow, former pitcher for the Giants, and their team name is Croup and Queep or Kipe. I don't know if it's Kipe or Queeper.
Awesome.
Moving on.
Crook and Kipe. Yeah, moving on.
Tom Grieve.
That's gotta be. Hey, since we're doing families, that's probably that guy. Wasn't there a guy Ben Grieve was supposed to be a big prospect for the A's?
Oh, that's right.
Dad.
Yeah,
that's his dad. I'm pretty sure on that one.
Yeah.
So when it comes to Tom Grieve, who bats first, him or his chin?
All right, thank you, Ian. Oh, I didn't know about that. Oh, geez.
Yeah, that's right. I do remember that. Okay, so Tom.
Way to go, Kevin.
No, he's alive. It's not like he's dead. Jeez.
This was Royals. John Wathan was I wouldn't say that he was also with the Rangers potentially.
I think so. I think you're right.
I think so too. And another picture at Diablo Stadium. This is Bob Stinson.
Oh, the guy from The Replacements. Awesome.
That's
only for me and Ed, probably. No one else going to talk about on that one.
And another picture. This picture is actually at Oakland Stadium. This is Bill Fahey.
But you had back-to-back catchers again. Like, my gosh,
so many catchers. He's not in this, but look at that next card.
Hey,
We got that card, but I wanted to show that card. Okay. So Dwayne Kuiper,
looking like he just lost custody of his children.
they must have taken no pictures of this guy. They
God.
this is the best one they could come up with. I'm not even sure if he's
yeah, it was at deadline. He got called up to the majors, and this is like deadline. Like, all right, we need to card this guy.
yeah. He's either just struck out. He's either struck out or he's looking for a sign from the third base coach.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the sign because they want him to bunt and he wants to swing away, you know?
Exactly. Actually, a respectable. Are you ready for this? 279 average. I think that's the highest.
Wow. That's like batting title from these cards.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Completely. So there you go. 279. Tom Grieve, I will definitely go lower only because that 279 is like unachievable. He might as well be like Ted Williams of all these cards. I'll definitely go lower. 251, actually very respectable.
Jeez. My gosh.
Can't believe that.
No, I mean, it's all right. I remember his name, so.
So John Wathan, a catcher. So I'll definitely say lower. I have to go lower because this era doesn't produce many hitters. So I'll go lower. Are you serious? 317.
Wow.
317.
Wow. Darn, I don't get to make a replacements Bob Simpson joke. Oh man.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, we're all sad about the joke about the replacements. We are, but
no, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about me winning this thing.
So you won two, Kevin?
I won one round and you won a round. Good job.
Okay. So right.
And mind you, we barely made it halfway through the board.
I know.
Right. Yeah, no, that was tough.
Ian says, like, does that include the minors? No, it's all major league. So let me show you. It seems like, so if you look at this at the bottom, it says major league totals. So that's what I'm taking. So 317 major league totals. But yeah, he played a lot of minor league: Waterloo, San Jose, Omaha, Jacksonville. Wow. His first 5 hits in his first 10 at bats in the major league. So there you go.
Jeez.
So wait a minute.
Yeah, so there you go. That's a good
Rangers Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean, come on. If you're on the Rangers in the 70s and 80s, you're probably gonna make the Hall of Fame for the team.
There's a lot.
There wasn't much going on in the 70s and 80s on the Rangers. All right.
That's true. I remember there's a really great YouTube channel that has like a whole bunch of that stuff from that era, and like there's this really, I think was it Lenny Randall who does that drag bunt and then totally like this destroys like the pitcher covering.
He dropped a bunt so he can drop a shot on the pitcher.
My God. Yeah, because he got like brushed back before that.
Right.
And but the big thing about that was in those early days of the Rangers, they used to, like, Thurman Munson and all the Yankees used to come through. They used to like interview them. They're like, oh, these are real players.
Yeah. When Bump Willis is like one of your stars,
Bump Wills.
Bump Wills. Bump Wills. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Roy Wills.
Definitely.
Kid, yeah.
And then Bump Wills was was he the son of Maury Wills?
Yes, sir.
There you go.
That's why I brought him up. That's the only guy I remember. And it's just, I don't know if that's his Christian name, but it should be.
Bump Wills, Cowboy Jack Durango. His name was Bump Wills.
Now, see, that reminds me, I lived in this small town named Elida, New Mexico once upon a time. And it was a little oil-filled town. And there was a gentleman who had the only backhoe in town, right? So when you needed a backhoe, you called this guy. Every day he would get a 24-pack of Budweiser, a bologna sandwich, and an onion. And that was his daily diet. And his name was Hump Knuckles.
Well, I got to do the research here, but his name is Elliot Wills. He was born 52, so I could imagine how old was Maury Wills when he had this kid, because Maury
Yes,
didn't even
hey.
start playing in the major leagues, I think, until like mid to late 50s. Oh my gosh.
Yes, and the reason why I know him is the reason why Greg Hall just put this up there. He has a very famous error card in the
Yes.
1979 set.
Thank you. That's why.
Because I said Blue Jays, and I think he was on the Rangers.
Hey, and guys, guess where he went to college?
Harvard.
If we're
have no
talking
idea.
baseball, where do you think he went?
Talking baseball.
Come on.
ASU, baby.
That's right.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh yeah.
that's right.
I was trying to find how he got the nickname Bump, because that's what I
Bump.
really want to know.
Bump Wills, and another great baseball name.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like,
Yeah,
how-
Greg knows he went to Arizona State. There
there
you
you go. I was so. Hold on,
Oh,
let me get
Bubble
hang
Pug,
on.
it's so hot here, dude. Don't come out here, bro. It's so hot.
So here, let me give you a good Bump Wills story tying in with Lenny Randall. Let's tie it all together. You ready for this?
go. Okay, let's do it.
So I think this Bump Wills who came up with the Rangers, and so I believe it's 77. He was a rookie, and he actually made the cover of Sports Illustrated, which is a huge deal in those days. So, fun fact first: him and a guy named Toby here actually had back-to-back inside the park home runs in a game at
Right,
the Yankee Stadium.
right.
So that's fun because that's something I never heard of. But here,
Yes.
check this out. So earlier that year in spring training, Wills controversially replaced Lenny Randall at second base, which led to Lenny Randall going up to the Rangers manager, Frank Lucchesi, and punched him in the face.
Awesome.
And it sent Frank to the hospital with a facial fracture. Oh my gosh.
What year was that?
77. When
77.
Bump Willis is a rookie. Yeah. Bump Willis. Why do you keep saying Bump Willis?
What you talking about, Willis?
I know. But there you go. Thought you'd enjoy that
So-
little fun story there.
So that was after like Whitey Herzog and Billy Martin, right?
I think Billy, I don't remember when Billy was there, but it's pretty, I think that's
Yeah,
right.
I
'Cause
think it
Billy
was
was at
earlier.
the Yankees. Because it's 77. This is when, Bronx Zoo was all going on with Billy
Right,
Martin and Reggie and Thurman Munson, all that fun stuff.
Yes. Well, Greg has the obvious answer.
I know. I didn't want to say it. I want to say it, but I'm like, yeah, Jack can say it.
Yeah.
And then Jack
Exactly.
left. Yeah, we didn't want to say why he's called Bump. It's not because he's taking bumps in the ring. It's because he's taking bumps somewhere else. Yeah, there you go.
He has a cold. He has a cold.
Maybe it's a lady bump.
Kevin, you started telling a story, so I was able to get up, do a load of laundry, assemble a casserole, and give it in the oven, and then I made it back here, and you were done. Like,
And you know what? It was a fun tidbit too. You would have enjoyed hearing about a manager get. You enjoyed hearing about a manager getting punched in the face. You would have enjoyed that.
Exactly. All right, so let's do baseball trivia. Let's test your knowledge of baseball, and so follow very slowly, and you'll get all this. You can Google, but we want you to actually we want to know what your baseball acumen is, and put all of your answers in the chat. So, all right, who has the most opening day starts at one position in American League or National League history? Here are your four choices: Cal Ripken Jr., Willie Mays, Ernie Banks, or Stan Musial.
Thank you.
This is actually a tough one.
Those two names that came up to me instantly, and one of them is in this four. What's the other name I was thinking of? They sound not Aaron. Wow.
Greg Hall going with Stan the Man, who
Yeah.
I am repping tonight.
Collusion, dude. Collusion.
Yeah, that's collusion. That's definitely collusion.
Ian going with Cal Ripken Jr. That's a good guess.
That seems to be
Pug going with
the most
Cal.
obvious one.
I love that we play this every week.
Thank you. You're saying same position.
Same position.
I know. See. Okay. All right. See. That's what makes me. That's what's interesting about this because
What do you got, Cowboy? What are you thinking?
You know what? When it popped up, I was thinking Cal Ripken Jr., but upon further reflection, I'm going to go with Big Cat Ernie Banks.
And yes, please use the question in a sentence. Use the question in a sentence, please. Is this in Jeopardy? We should do a Jeopardy one.
We should.
Using question.
Just have Jack buzz in, give answers. I would love it.
All right. So,
I got to pick one, don't
please. Yes.
Cal seems so obvious that I'm like, no. I was thinking Ernie Banks, but since you picked Ernie Banks, let me go Willie Mays. Although I don't know if he played center field this whole time, but I'll go with Willie Mays.
Willie Mays Hayes. Solid.
Yeah. That's why I thought you were going to pick it first.
All right. So Kevin gets it.
Oh.
Willie Mays.
Oh.
So Willie Mays had 21 starts in center field. 21. How is that possible?
You know what, Michael? It's got to be center field.
Look at me. I can play center field.
Bro, you haven't hit me with a red herring in a while, but you did that on purpose. Right?
I mean, Cal Ripken seems so obvious, and I'm like, nah, he might have DH'd the opening day or two, but I remember Willie started in 51 and would have finished playing in like 73, 74. So that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. And definitely all in center field. That's insane.
That's why I was like not sure on him at first. I'm like,
yeah,
this guy in this
same position, right?
Early 40s still playing center field. I'm like, I guess so.
Yeah, everybody's like, wow, in the chat for sure. Yeah. All right, so let's go to question number 2. So listen carefully.
There you go. Cal switched from third to second. There you go.
There you go. Right. So of these choices, which is the only team that had a player named league MVP? That means there's 3 of them that do not have MVPs.
Wow.
If there's one team that does, name that team. Here are your choices.
Oh, gosh.
The Arizona Diamondbacks, the New York Mets, the Tampa Bay Rays, or the Devil Rays, or the Seattle Mariners. So only one of these teams has had a league MVP.
Zach's smiling. Zach's feeling it. I mean, I only have one guess, but
So Ian going with the Mets, Bubble Pug, Mariners, Greg Hall going with the Mariners.
What? Oh, sorry. I don't know what the vote was for, but okay.
So the Diamondbacks have been around since what, 1998? That
So
started.
the Rays, right? Didn't the Rays start at the same time?
Yeah.
And that's been around. Mariners started in 77, the same time as
And
the
the Blue Jays.
And that started in 61, I believe. Okay. Jack?
Yep. Jack, who you got?
I got to represent the 6-0 deuce, man. Arizona Diamondbacks, baby.
Wow.
All right, Michael. I mean, if I'm wrong on this, I should not be surprised, but it's got to be Seattle because you're telling me Ken Griffey Jr. never won an MVP?
No.
Okay.
Well, Kevin, you're right. And actually,
and Ichiro too. Yeah.
Ichiro.
Yeah, of course.
And Rookie of the Year and MVP in the same season.
Yeah, that's right. I wasn't even thinking of Ichiro. I was thinking of
This game is rigged.
Yeah, so that's incredible. So the Diamondbacks have never had an MVP, which kind of makes sense.
But the Mets have been around for 60 years.
Right, exactly. We talked about it before. Tom Seaver was on that team.
Yeah,
Right.
he might have won a Cy Young with them, but it's rare when a guy wins the Cy Young and the MVP.
Yeah, and
I almost thought I was like, there's no way he didn't win an MVP. And then I totally spaced out on Ichiro. Good job, Bubble Hug.
Good job,
Right.
Bubble Pug.
There you
nicely
go.
done.
Greg
Yeah,
Allman.
and right. And Piazza, you would think during that era, but I don't think that he got a league MVP for sure.
Griffey just seemed more obvious to me, so I was like, all right,
Yeah, thank you, Greg. That's awesome.
there you
You're
go.
right. 7 Cy Young Award winners. So like they could have very easily, like when you talk about Clayton
Who
Kershaw,
besides Randy Johnson?
Actually some other guys that you probably wouldn't even
Webb
think.
win one?
Brandon Webb.
Was that what the guy I'm thinking of? I thought he was a guy in recent years who did really well.
There's
for them.
another one too that it's not a household name, but he actually they had some other really great players. I don't think Schilling got one for the Diamondbacks, but
well, he says between two guys. So who's the guy
Brandon
we're
Webb,
forgetting?
yeah, Brandon Webb.
Okay.
That's the guy I was thinking.
So what? Randy Johnson won 6.
I'm trying to think of the other ones. Oh shoot!
Well, he said between two guys. So I'm like, I don't think Randy Johnson won 6 Cy Youngs, but
Did Edgar Martinez?
Well, no, that's the other name I was thinking of too. I'm like, in the 90s, did Edgar Martinez win an MVP? I don't think so, but
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Like Webb was a really good. Actually, I think I have a life-size poster of Brandon Webb.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I got it from the Diamondbacks when I went to one game. So I have to find that.
Cliff Floyd was good for them.
Yeah.
How is it
goo? He was goo? Come on now, Ed. That's not very nice to say.
How is it that Randy Johnson literally assassinated a bird in mid-flight with a baseball and he's not an MVP? Like this,
he won the Cy Young.
He won the Cy Young, which is the highest pitcher honor. So
he's a Hall of Famer. Come on.
All right.
And a Hall of Famer.
All right.
Just for that alone. I mean, you gotta remember, we've had 2 Hall of Famers who killed a bird in baseball games. All right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Who is the other one, Cowboy Jack?
That was Humpy Knuckles.
Humpy Knuckles.
Humpy Knuckles. He was a pitcher for the Omaha, the Omaha Dirty Boots.
Did that guy eat an onion too?
He did. He ate an onion before every game. That's why he was an MVP. I don't know. Superstition, man. Baseball players are weird.
I know they are, but Dave Winfield. Only 5 for the Diamondbacks. All right.
Wow. There you go. 4 for
Dave
Randy
Winfield,
Johnson.
Cowboy Jack, is the man who apparently killed a bird, and they tried to press charges against him.
Yeah.
For killing a bird.
And like Randy Johnson went to the Giants, and I think he pitched either a perfect game or a no-hitter still, or like it's crazy. Yes. What's his fantasy name? Dave Winfield of Dreams.
Yes. I love it.
All right, so let's end this out. Unfortunately, we have some bad news. Tommy Davis, he played in the major leagues from 59 to 76 for 10 different teams. I wasn't aware of that.
I just remember it was the Dodger.
Yeah, most notably for the Dodgers, where he was a 2-time National League batting champion. He actually had an 18-year career, batted .294, 153 home runs, 2,100 hits, 1,000 runs batted in.
Jeez.
He was a talented pinch hitter, 62 of 202 for a 300 average. Pretty awesome. In 62, he also finished third in MVP voting. And his 153 RBIs in that season broke Roy Campanella's team record of 142 from 1953 and remains the franchise record. His 230 hits are the team record for a right-handed batter, second most in franchise history behind Babe Herman's 241. His 346 average was the highest by a Dodger right-handed hitter in the 20th century until it was broken by Mike Piazza in 1997.
Oh my gosh. And see, this is a guy who probably people wouldn't even have heard of, but listen to those numbers. Like a guy like that nowadays be a superstar.
Yes.
You know, he still has the RBI record for a franchise team like the Dodgers. You know what I mean? It's like, geez, that's something. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are definitely some stats.
Totally. Totally. And it's when you told me that he died, it's like, I'm like, oh, is that Tommy? I had to look him up because I'm like, because I remember one person, but I'm like, is that the same person as another person? And I was like, so his name kind of, it's kind of a little bit generic. So it's like, I'm like, oh, when I look back at it, I'm like, oh my God, this guy had like a storied career for the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because someone texted me about it and he mentioned that record. I was like, I remember meeting him at some card shows back in the 80s when I was a kid. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, kid. I was 100 probably back then. But, you know, I remember meeting him at card shows and I'm just like, oh, it's a Dodger. And then now I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy put up fantastic numbers.
Yeah, he was a big deal. So
2,000 hits? Come on. How many players have 2,000 hits playing currently? You know, it's crazy.
Right. So salute to
Yeah.
Tommy Davis. We hardly knew ye, and definitely somebody who's to be celebrated. I love this card, by the way. Like, I love that all-star rookie.
Is
like
that 61?
That is 61. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. So very cool. If you like what we're doing here at the Beer Baseball Blog, become a Patreon supporter. You can go to Beer Baseball at patreon.com/Beer Baseball. We also have stickers, buttons, and beer coasters on our Etsy page. Go to beerbaseball.store. Here's where we are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. By the way, Angelo Trinidad did Bowman. Was it Sterling? No, I'm forgetting what it was. But he actually did a blaster box that was pretty cool. So he does that every Saturday at 9 a.m. He'll have another one next week. Cowboy Jack Durango and Kevin Lyon are doing their hazy history on Sundays. Kevin does Pinton packs on Wednesday. We have so many great things going on Instagram, our other social media channels. So definitely spread it around. We're trying to grow little by little. We're gonna climb this ladder. Thank you so much. This has been awesome, guys. Do you have any last words?
All right. So unfortunately, I got the shoot job tomorrow. So Thursday night at 7:30, it's gonna be pint and packs. Hopefully, I don't mess up like last week and I could save the recording this week because Michael gave me. Let me pull up this box here. Look at this. Oh my gosh, this is heavy. Oh, I got a plethora for the next several weeks. Look at all this.
Wow.
Oh, cards are falling out. Cards are falling out. So let's see. What will I do? Let's just pick one out here. I'll open this. What year is this? 88. So I think I might have opened 88 last week, but here you go. 88. Boom. Love it. So that'll be there. And then Sunday at 2:00, Jack, we got excited. We were talking about Charlie Albert Chief Bender. So part of the fun of us is hashtag doing the research. We find other topics. So we found out about this other league that was in existence for a couple of years in the mid-1910s called the Federal League. And they were referred to as an outlaw league. And Jack's like, that's a show. I'm like, yes, it is. So we're going to talk about the Federal League, one of those outlaw mud show baseball leagues back in 1915. But it is pretty historic retrospectively in baseball history.
Yep.
Jack's excited for this one.
I am. I'm very much excited. And I just also want to say, everybody out there, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for giving us this outlet every week to be creative and hang out with our friends and drink beer and talk baseball. It's a gift, and we're all going through it. If anybody's having a hard time, reach out to somebody that you love, reach out to me, find us. We will get through this together. We will come out stronger on the other side. And thank you so much, everyone. I love you.
Great.
Look at you, Jack.
Yeah. So a lot of love going around. Thank you for making our 101st episode in a row. And next week we'll have 102 because this is a labor of love. We're going to get through this. Baseball and beer will get us through all of our hardships. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back next week for another Beer Baseball Blogcast, more craft beer and curveballs. Good night, everyone. Take care.